bonjour, buongiorno, boa tarde, buenas tardes, good afternoon. Today's episode, science, or Ciência Expontita, with our first story with 261 upvotes. Working night shifts increases the risk of diabetes. A new study suggests that eating both during the daytime and nighttime, as a lot of night work shift workers do, interferes with circadian glucose rhythms and impairs glucose tolerance. But there is a way to prevent this. Restrict meals to daytime. Speenandjournal.org. Interesting. Okay. With our second story with a whopping 17,700 upvotes, research finds potential mechanism linking autism, intestinal inflammation. News.mit.edu. Awesome. With our third story with 908 upvotes, a study during the first 5 months of the pandemic in 2020, low-income communities of color experienced significantly greater increases in firearm violence, homicides, and assaults compared to the more affluent white neighborhoods. Firearm violence increased by 29.3%, homicide by 27.7%, and assault by 4%. Healthcare.ucdavis.edu. Hey Alexa, has the number of homicides gone up or down this year?
Sorry,
From the
I don't
previous.
know that.
Maybe I didn't word that correctly. Well, anyways, thank you so much. Our following story with 389 upvotes. Oxygen when sleeping eases depression for 1 in 3 patients in small Israel study. Timesofisrael.com. That'd be really interesting to know. Is it enriched oxygen? Is it just basic oxygen, or what the situation is? And that's a wonderful thing about this, is that if there is a subject or a topic that you want us to dive in further, let us know, please. I'm dying to click these links and go down these rabbit holes and explore and browse the internet with you guys. With our following story with 154 upvotes. Nuclear fusion reactor experiment to produce clean energy. BBC.com. Normally, the nuclear stuff is always associated with waste and, radioactive, waste, pretty much, which isn't clean. So this is awesome. Nuclear fusion reactor experiment to produce clean energy. And I hope the experiment is successful, or they're able to, learn as much as they can. We have a study. Unfortunately, this was uploaded an hour ago, so it's not showing us the upvote counter. But this study, women who underwent common elective or emergency surgeries with male surgeons had a 15% higher chance of dying, experiencing a major complication, or being readmitted to the hospital within 30 days than they did if a woman performed their surgery. UPI.com. Okay, with our following story with 1,902 upvotes. Yale Cancer Center research shows former diabetes drug may aid in breast cancer treatment. YaleCancerCenter.org. Wonderful. Our following story with 201 upvotes. One of the earliest peer-reviewed studies looking into the virus variant suggests that people previously infected with the virus and those vaccinated will have some stronger than basic defense against this new strain of concern. EurekaAlert.org. Our following story, goodness, getting ahead of myself, with 137 upvotes. Conservation and food production must work in tandem, new study says. News.mongaby.com. I'm assuming I of course, that's what I do here is butcher names, and I'm very sorry. Our following story, with 128 upvotes. 2021 research reinforced that mating across groups drove human evolution. ScienceNews.org. Okay. Ooh, our next one's got 73,200 upvotes. Japanese scientists create vaccine for aging to eliminate aged cells, reversing artery stiffening, frailty, and diabetes in normal and accelerated aging mice. JapanTimes.co.jp. For aging to eliminate aged cells, reversing artery stiffening, frailty, and diabetes. Very interesting. That's why I love science and technology. Okay, our following story it's not going to show us how many upvotes it has at the moment, which is fine. Study. Cities with more local grassroots organizations and multi-level organizations tend to see fewer emissions over time. A compelling endorsement of civil society efforts to avert climate change. And of course, we want to encourage change for the better, positivity with positive reinforcements and stuff. And not just hopes and well wishes, but, you guys that are actually doing it out there, I really appreciate all the grassroots organizations that are making a difference in their local communities and, state, whatever. Okay, cool. Anyways. Okay, so with our following story with 60 upvotes, researchers find an early and treatable indicator of blood clotting in virus patients. Engineering.virginia.edu. Okay. This next one's going to be a little tricky, but trust me, I think we'll be able to get through this together. With 81 upvotes, Mexican immigration improves whites' racial attitudes, increases support for pro-black government policies, and lowers anti-black hate crimes while simultaneously increasing prejudice against Hispanics. A new outgroup can alter the in-group's perception of other outgroups. Cambridge.org. And like I mentioned previously, if there is anything that you think we need to do a deep dive, I would love to click this and see, what type of analytics, what type of information, how do they derive to this conclusion or this quote, which they use as a headline, which is very interesting. So our following story, it's not showing us the upvotes, but it's okay. Ice shelf holding back Keystone and Arctic Glacier within years of failure. Breakup of the Thwaites Eastern Shelf will ramp up sea level rise. Science.org. Oh my goodness. And that was just recently uploaded. Our following story with 53 upvotes. A new study picks apart Germany, Sweden, and the UK's virus response. Euronews.com. Our following story with 1,373 upvotes. A new study finds that pesticides not only directly affect bee health, but effects from past exposure can carry over to future generations. The study suggests that bees may require multiple generations to recover from even a single application. UCDavis.edu, and I was not aware of that, and my goodness. Hopefully we can be the town criers and get this information out there. Our following story is not showing upvotes, but a study. Using cannabis alongside other drugs may come with a significant risk of harmful drug-drug interactions. Researchers found that they interfere with two families of enzymes that help metabolize a wide range of drugs prescribed for a variety of conditions. News.wsu.edu. Okay, interesting. Our following story also is not giving us enough votes, but that's all right. Artificial intelligence cracks the code of protein complexes, providing a roadmap for new drug targets. Science.org. Fascinating. Again, the following story is also not showing us the upvotes, but that's okay. Study finds African swine fever outbreaks in China lead to gross domestic product and economic losses. Nature.com. And this is the first I'm hearing of this. ASF, African swine fever. My goodness, I hope everyone's okay. We're wishing them the best. Our following story has 21 upvotes. Rising temperatures overcook bumblebees brunch. NSF.gov. I knew I was going to get there eventually. Words, I'll do it eventually, I promise. Our following story with 34 upvotes. Being coupled with a man with psychopathic traits negatively impacts a woman's relationship and sexual satisfaction. Sidepost.org. And if you think you're in a toxic relationship, you probably are. And, do what's right for you, do what's best for you. It may not be easy, it may not be hard, and I am not qualified to give relationship advice, but it's really alarming. Psychopathic traits, yeah, I would concur that it's going to negatively impact their partner, whether it's a man or a woman or whatever, so be very careful about who you choose. And I know you can't tell your heart who to love and all this stuff, and I'm ranting and all this stuff, but it was just really alarming. So guys, we're almost out of here. We got 3 more to go. We're making great time. And let's see. Okay, the virus pill loses its lustre. What that means for the pandemic. Nature.com. We're not really going to focus on that. Supermares may carry clues to cancer, Alzheimer's disease, and the virus. Okay. Again, these don't have upvotes. They're just uploaded an hour ago, uploaded an hour ago, uploaded an hour ago. And our final story for science is the only known pulsar duo sheds new light on generational relativity and more. Sciencenews.org. Pulsar duo. Alexa, what's a pulsar?
Pulsar is a noun meaning one of several hundred known celestial objects, generally believed to be rapidly rotating neutron stars, that emit pulses of radiation, especially radio waves, with a high degree of regularity.
Alexa, thank you very much. You see, that time it was actually...
You're very, very, oh so very welcome.
I was not expecting that. Oh, wow. Okay. Anyways, so you guys, this is a part of the show where we decompress, kind of give you a breakdown on what I have going on over here. On the little screen, we have a very, very spiffy Brit. The spiffing Brit is playing Fallout 4. If you're not aware of what he likes to do, you need to check him out on YouTube, Spiffing Brit or The Spiffing Brit. Highly recommended. One of my favorite YouTubers. I love giving this guy a salute right now. This is supposed to be a hidden dimension psychedelic fractal visuals, 4K, 60 frames a second, and it is trippy everything. Thank you guys so much. I'm actually not subscribed to your channel. I barely found this in post-production and stuff like that. I love it. I hope it translates nice on camera, and salute to you guys as well for making this beautiful fractal. I love it, you guys. Keep it up. Let's see, finally, what do we got going over here? Oh, mantenendo realidad. Well, my Portuguese is awful, you guys. So, yes, we are keeping it real. And with that being said, thank you guys so much for keeping it locked in. Go fix yourself. Thank you so much for the privilege of your time. I love each and every one of you guys. Thank you.